Alright, so you know how I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to get the Jerky boys into cryptos, man. I'm trying to reach out to them on Twitter. Kamal, he's kind of doing his own thing these days. He's not part of the Jerky boys no more. He's been that way for years and years and years, but Johnny B, you know, he's still kind of rolling with it a little bit. And I've told you, I've reached out to both of them separately, you know. Guys, just create a Coinbase account. Just create a Coinbase account. I'm gonna throw you some freaking Litecoin. And okay. Who would write this on their freaking back windshield? Turn signals are not just a courtesy, it's the law! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Up to $150 fine. Florida statutes 316.155. Use them. Fact. Driving this little teeny tiny black smart car. Like you get hit anywhere and you're dead. Maybe that's why they're so upset. Although, old Snippy does use his turn signals every time, you know. It is a courtesy, but I'm not going to write that on my car so everyone else can see it, as if they're going to all of a sudden start using their turn signal because they saw that, which now aggravates the hell out of them, seeing that crap on the back of your windshield. Now they're going to cut in front of you without using a turn signal just to piss you off. Why? Because that's how rotten people are these days. They don't care. But anyways, so I'm like chatting with him, you know, got Kamal to respond. And he's like, all right, I think I got it figured out. You know, I think I got it figured out. Here's my address. So I sent him some test Litecoin today. He's like, yeah, I got it. I received it. So I sent him the rest of that I was going to send him. We're just chatting about stuff and, you know, some of the early Jerky Boys days. I was asking him like, hey, who did the voice, you know, when Uncle Freddie died? That kid, Anthony, and then the mom, Martha. He was like, that was my drummer friend. His name was Anthony. And he did the mom, you know, screaming, crying in the background too. That was his voice. I love that. It was one of my favorite ones. Uncle Freddie died? No, I didn't actually know Kamal did Kissel. He did Tarbosh the Egyptian magician. He also did Kissel. I did not know that. And he was showing me a deleted scene from the Insane Clown Posse where he was dressed up as Kissel. And it's on YouTube, so you could probably search for that. Deleted Insane Clown Posse scene, Kissel. Kissel, I think. So it's funny, he's like, oh yeah, my sister, she watches Bix and you. And she's been trying to get me into these things for a while now, and I haven't either. And I haven't done it. He's like, but today I'm doing it. You're giving it to me, and I'm doing it. And so he seems pretty psyched about it too, you know. I'm trying to tell him, look, I paid off my wife's car, my car, the car I'm sitting in right now. I paid this off, paid that off, all crypto stuff, man. Like, this is gonna be good, man. I'm telling you. Get in, you know. I'm gonna do a video for you tonight to show you how to download the Exodus wallet, how to move those coins off of Coinbase into your Exodus wallet, and get you some DigiBuy. You know, take a little bit of that Litecoin I sent you, put into some DigiBuy. You know, I'm gonna show him. He's a complete noob. You know, he's never touched this stuff. I gotta do it. You know, gotta teach him right. So I'm like, your sister watched me. How long was she watching you before me and you started chatting here? He goes, oh yeah, she's been watching you for a while. You and Bix. And I was like, yeah, it's funny. You guys had the old Jerky Boys thing about Brett Weir. Was that like a friend of y'all's or something? He goes, that was actually Johnny B's, I think he said cousin or something. And it was really Brett Weir, you know, so they really prank called that guy's office. It was their friend or a brother-in-law, or a cousin, whatever it was. And so I thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, well, you know, I know a guy named Bix Weir. Every time I hear that name, that's what I think. Let me speak to Bix Weir. But, so he's like, yeah, my sister's been watching you for a while. No, before we even start talking, she's been trying to get me into these things, you know. I don't even know what the hell a Litecoin is. I'm like, well, it's going to change the future of finance and banking and stuff, and it's still early, man. You can get in there and make some money. You know, I'm trying to I was like, I was in this one coin, it was $6. 3 weeks later, it was over 120. I got out, you know, I put a down payment on my house. Like, I can pay my house off right now, but I don't want to, because I don't want to waste as many cryptos as it would take to do that right now, when I know the near future, you know, decent future here, they're going to be a lot better. And, you know, I want to capitalize on that. So he's all psyched in there, so I said, all right, I'm going to do a video, and I'm giving your sister Well, she said short, nickname is Jan. Like, January, Jan, although it's not January. And so I said, all right, I'm doing a shout out video to your sister. He goes, yeah, put like, Jerky Boy Kamal's sister, shout out Jan, then she'll know. I was like, all right, so maybe I'll title the video that. But he was actually chatting with her on, I think, Twitter, maybe also, or email or something, while we were chatting. And so he's like, oh, she said this about this crypto and that crypto. And I said, yeah, well, here's what I say to that, back. And I was like, hey, ask her if she wants the white dope report. I'm gonna give it to her if she hasn't gotten it. I'm just gonna give it to her. And he's like, yeah. So I said, give me your email. So I sent it to her. Then I asked if he wanted a copy. He said, yeah. I gave him a copy. And so we were chatting, and then she emailed back. She's like, oh, hey, that was so nice of you to help my brother out. I've been trying to get him into these things for a while. And she said, I got some that already have his name on it. She's kind of managing. He doesn't know it, kind of a thing, I guess. But she's like, I just got some for him anyways. I'm like, well, listen, put like half of that Litecoin I gave him today into like some Digibyte or something. Or if you're going to manage Theta, give him some Theta. Just manage it for him. I was like, I got to get him more than just Litecoin. And she's like, oh, he's doing his screening of his movie this Saturday. This Saturday, man, it'd be too bad you can't come up here to New York and go to the screening. I'd love to meet you. It'd be good. He would too. And I'm like, oh man. I was actually thinking about it, but I can't. I don't have the time. It's too short a notice. You know what I mean? Like it ain't gonna work. Not happening. Of course, there's a big semi up here. I've never seen this before actually. Big semi. Tractor trailer carrying stack after stack after stack of propane tanks. The small ones like for your gas grill. I've never seen those kind traveling down the road. I've seen those big cylinder tanks, but not the little 30-pound or 25, 20-pound, whatever they are, Freon, like the kind you put for a barbecue grill. I will not be getting behind that truck, and I'm getting in the fast lane. Get on out of here. So, anyways, I just thought that was cool. This whole time, his sister, for like months now, has been trying to get him. And she's like, I was trying to tell him there's this guy on YouTube talking about me. There's this guy on YouTube. He's a big Jerky Boys fan, and he talks about you guys, and he's into cryptos. You should really listen to this guy. And he's just like, I don't know, the crypto stuff. But he was telling me last night, he's like, my cameraman, because he does like independent film stuff now, he's like a director and whatnot. He's like, my cameraman got into that Bitcoin stuff like a year ago or so, and was up pretty significantly. It came down now, he said, but the number he told me he was at even now is awesome. Still great, of course. And it was as high as 3 times higher than it is right now. But again, that's kind of the story of some of us. And even 3 times higher where we are now, it's still better than where we were a year ago. Way better. And so he's like, yeah, man. We all laughed at him, back then. We were like, that was, like it was silly or whatever. Like, but he's got a nice chunk sitting there now. I'm like, well, good. Now I can get you in and get you started appropriately, J-Step 4 style. Or as he would say, yo, curly rock, cradle style. Bam! Yo, what's up? Curly G cradle rock. I know that was his voice. It had to be. I got, yo, crazy gold. I got Gumby gold. Yo, what's up? Bam! I got crazy good rhymes. Yo, hanging out on the street with my homies, sipping on some bit of cronies. Yo, Bam, what's up? I can hang. Some of y'all Jerky Boys fans might remember that one. Curly G cradle rock style. That was good stuff. So yeah, it's funny, all these connections, all these people I, meeting and coming my way and all that stuff. It's just funny how all this stuff happens. He's finally ready again. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to give this stuff away. For God's sakes, create a freaking Coinbase account. It's free. I'm gonna give you some money, basically. Just promise me you're not gonna sell it right off the bat. Let this thing wait for like at least a year or so. Then look at it, He's like, oh, he's like, I promise I won't even look at it. I'll just leave it there. I'm like, all right, good. I had to tell him, look, the ride up, when these things start going, incredible, breathtaking. When the sell-off happens, a brutal one, oh, sick to your stomach, gut-wrenching. Oh man, what just happened? Oh. But you just gotta say, it's gonna go back. I know it's gonna go back, so let me turn that emotion off and not worry about it. And so he, I gave him a little quick rundown. So I told him I'd do a video tonight, and it'd be mainly for him, like a one-on-one thing, how to basically go to Coinbase, move your crypto off there into like the Exodus wallet, and then do an exchange on the Exodus wallet and let it sit there. I thought maybe I could just let it be a public video. I mean, what the hell? Nothing to hide, you know what I mean? So I think I might just do that just in case someone on the internet, on YouTube, whatever, searching for that kind of thing. Hey, oh, hey, who's this guy? J4, Realist News. Also known as Curly G Cradle Rock style. Yo, I could buy cryptos. Bam! It's funny. So we got one of the Jerky boys on board. Not sure if the other one's coming. I've been trying. Dude, did you ever get on Coinbase? Oh no, I'll do it. Never got on. I'm not gonna hunt. I'm not gonna keep hunting people down to give you free money, cryptos. Like, I'm not gonna chase you for too much longer. I'll give it a couple attempts, and that's it. I may have to give all the Johnnies to come on. Tarbosh to you, Jerky Boy's friend. Tarbosh, the Egyptian magician. But the Cobra took my eye. I said, it's been a long time. I was like, do you still have it? Like, you still got can you still do those voices? He's like, I think he said something like, yeah, maybe not as clever these days, but yeah, yeah, I can do it. So I'm like, oh my God, I can picture a freaking, Tarbosh the Egyptian magician got his crypto wallets, hacked and stolen. And he calls Exodus support team, hello, yes, I have one, the Exodus wallet is, Litecoin is something. They tell me they're gonna give me more coins if I give it to them. They take it. Ah! You know how he does that? Ah! I was like envisioning, oh my God, in the future this could happen, just for fun. Like, hey, do a little skit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's gonna happen, but that would be funny and cool. Some point in the future, just break it out. Hey guys, check this out, and then just play it. Call some, crypto wallet support team, or even Coinbase, call the support number. Talks about a coin getting hacked. Who knows? Like, there could be freaking hilarious things for days with cryptos getting stolen. Ponzi scheme, I got Ponzi'd. Some of the damn Ponzi's that happened, I have this one token, BitConnect something. They promised me 40% returns. They took my Bitcoin. What the? I killed those You can see this, but you're not calling any support team for BitConnect because there isn't one. Wasn't no phone number to answer any bunch of calls. The fake support group that helped them. Those days are over. Ponzi scheme extraordinaire. So yeah, I'm kind of psyched. One of my favorite guys, from younger years, when I used to listen to those things like religiously, driving in the damn car with my buddy Jason. Of course, his name was Jason. You guys remember the little skit? Jason, give me a beer, Jason. So I, of course, always throw that in his face. Jason, give me a beer. Or I'd call him on the phone. Hey, what's up? Jason, give me a beer, Jason. Hang up. We'd be listening to Jerky Boys in the car. Not jamming out to songs. I mean, we would do that too, like 18, 19, 20 years old. Cruising the streets, trying to hook up with girls, that kind of thing. Riding the old Mustang. I used to have this Mustang GT that was supercharged and all that good stuff. And we're over here jamming the Jerky Boys. Not jamming, but, listening. Laughing our asses off, hysterically in the car, crying, tears rolling down our face, like, epic. Absolutely epic. So I'm just happy that one of the Jerky boys has caved in and I was able to do it. His own sister's been begging him, happens to be watching me, telling him, watch this guy on YouTube. He's, just go watch him. He still doesn't really care or do it, I guess, or maybe he's watching but he's not doing anything. And then here I am tweeting him behind the scenes, not knowing that his own sister is watching me, watching my videos, and even telling him, hey, this guy's a fan, you should go watch this. Have no idea this is happening until today. And he's now on board fully. And he's like, and we're just typing, private messaging on Twitter. He's like, you talk about these other coins, are there some of these real cheap, small ones that you feel are gonna, you can really hit it big? I said, yeah, my top 3. As a matter of fact, here's my top 5. And honestly, I really included Red Coin, again, the one with 2 D's, Red Coin, and Stellar. I like that. I mean, again, EOS is a winner, but you got to have had EOS back when it was, 60, 70 cents for that to make sense now at $15. Or actually, hell, I think it was it $12 today maybe? Even so, it didn't make sense now when the thing was 60 cents. But top 5, I got Litecoin, Theta, Digibyte, Red Coin, Stellar. Like, I feel good about those, man. And yes, I would include EOS somewhere in there as a 6th, just depending on what price you got in at. $12, I can't hardly include that as being a top coin all of a sudden, But even that one, it's up 11 times or something ridiculous. So yeah, and again, I'm waiting on EOS. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because if they do the token swap for their real token in June, and then next thing you know, maybe they hit the gates running, and again the hype and everything that goes with it, that thing really seriously pumps. Okay, time to sell. Get rid of EOS, maybe put into one of these other slower moving coins, maybe get back into Dent, get back into some other ones possibly that were not moving as good, as quickly, as high, percentage wise. And just play the game, But you can't go wrong having your nice, stash, your top 3, your top 4, your top 5, and then maybe playing the game over here with some crypto to get into that crypto, flip into that one, ride that one up, okay, take the profits of that, put that into that one, that old chestnut. But he played Kissel in the Insane Clown Posse movie, I guess, and there's a deleted scene he was showing me. It's on YouTube, and he's got the makeup, the old guy face with the cigar, and I was like, oh my god, this is like kind of a guy we used to work on this guy's car back in the auto mechanic days, except we called him Badass Bob instead of Kissel. And we were sitting there like, should we call this guy, and I don't remember his real name, at the auto shop that I worked at, we were saying, well, he's kind of like Kissel, because he kind of talks a little bit of a slur, can't hear real well. Sir, he'd have a cigar hanging out of his mouth, this big, never smoked, never lit up, just chewing on it, slobbering on the damn thing. And he was sitting there, sir? Sir? That means I can't hear you. Sir? And he had that southern accent. So that was like the defining thing for us to call him Badass Bob instead of Kissel. But it was literally like both in one. So we write on his keychain Badass Bob. And then he came to pick his car up and got the keychain, and whoever handed him the keys never took the damn key tag off like we're supposed to. So he gets it and it says Badass Bob on there. He comes back a couple months later for something else, needs it fixed. And he's looking at me, kind of laughing, like smiling a little bit, and he said, hey young man, got that damn cigar drooling over here. Last time we were here, my wife and I got that keychain back for the car, and it said Badass Bob on there. It kind of tickled me and my wife. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And I was like, oh my God, please don't ask me why that was put on there. Don't ask me why we wrote the word Badass Bob on there, because his name wasn't Bob at all. He's like, yeah, that tickled me and my wife. He thought it was cool, you know, Badass Bob. Like, hey, that's a cool nickname. Like, he liked it. So I was like, oh, thank God. I didn't even know what I would say. Well, why did y'all write that? I'd be like, well, you know, there's this thing called the Jerky Boys where they prank call people, and you know, there's this guy who's he's kind of like a fat bastard with, you know, regatta cheese legs, as he says, you know, cellulite bubbles. And that was him. Like, I didn't want to have to say that. Now, I would have not said that. I would have made something up. But that was a real story. And that was funny, man, because he had the cigar. And then when I saw Kissel in the Insane Clown Posse movie that Kamal just showed me today, the deleted scene, it's Kissel with that damn cigar that this guy had, not smoking it, just chewing on this slobbery thing. You know, he's banging his cane on the table. Give me one of them donuts. You know, or in Kissel's voice, I want one of them donuts. And I can't hear nothing. Had a bomb blow off next to me. WW2. I'm like, oh my God, that's this guy. Again, Badass Bob, but Kissel version. Sir, sir. And he'd give you that real serious look. He'd turn his head, look at you. So if you were forward, he'd keep his eyes on you. Turn his head, sir. My buddy Jimmy was working on his car, and he liked to talk. This guy did, you know, Badass Bob in the car at my job. I don't remember his real name. And Jimmy walked away to get a tool or something. Hey, boy, I ain't done talking to you yet. Jimmy goes, I'm done talking to you. He couldn't hear him anyway, so I just laughed and, sir. It was funny, man. I'm telling you, we used to play the Jerky Boys on the overhead. Unless customers started coming in, you know, customer coming in, all right, turn it off, put on the music, or just turn it off, pause it for a second. They pick up their car, they leave, we play it again. Because, you know, there's cuss words and stuff. We wouldn't want to play that where the customer could hear it, you know, that kind of thing. But it was just funny. I was like, oh my gosh, I know why we named this guy Badass Bob. We were like debating. Kissel, should we put Kissel or Badass Bob? Kissel or Badass, like, it's kind of both. He's like both. But he had that country accent and that damn cigar and stuff and everything. It just totally fit Badass Bob. It was the country accent that really did it. And so that was that. It was who we nicknamed Kissel. And then there's this other guy that came in every now and then. I'm talking Joe Dirt. Okay, just picture Joe Dirt, real life, dirt rocker, kind of a mullet, never wash or brush your hair. We had this bathroom in the shop. Inside the office was good. The one in the outside in the shop area, like, you would never send a customer in there. It was just nasty. And if I had to use the bathroom, if I had to pee, I'll pee in there. If I had to go number 2, hell no. I would not be sitting on that toilet. I'm going inside to the nice one. Never would I poop out there. So, you remember the story, you know, the Jerky Boy's ass neck, you know, oh, you know, he said he could rub sand on my ass neck, you know, that stuff. And this guy comes in, hey, you guys got a bathroom? I just need to clean up a little bit. He was out there doing something on his car, got a little greasy. He wasn't a mechanic. He just, like, was messing with his car while it was in our driveway at the shop, you know, for whatever reason. But so we're like, Jimmy's like, yeah, go ahead, it's right through that door, make it, you know, you'll see it on the left there. Now remember, his words to us were, do you have a little area I could kind of wash up and clean up? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it had a big shop sink, you know, we had the little lemon gojo, you know, orange, wash your hands, you know. So he's in there, he's cleaning up a little bit, and we're out working on a car in the shop. All we have to do is do this. We can see right in the bathroom, the door's open. He's just cleaning up, no big deal. And we look over, I see him. First I look over, I see this guy. And again, it's a different person though. You know, not Badass Bob. This is like Joe Dirt. Getting on his knees in front of the toilet, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, Jimmy, what's he doing? So Jimmy, we're like, total riffraff face, like, what the hell's he doing? Proceeds to dunk his head inside the toilet. The one that I would not even sit down on and poop. Even if I put something on the rim, like a toilet paper. No, I'm out of here. Going inside. He sticks his head inside there, gets it wet, and then slings it back. Oh my, me and Jimmy are like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, now Jimmy here, he's a little heavy side guy, you know, a little heavier dude. And that guy could sweat something fierce. His whole body, everywhere, sweated. And we had a tow truck driver that we nicknamed Ogre. The guy was tall and stinky and big and heavy duty guy. And he smelled so rotten, it would make you gag if he walked by you after he'd been in that tow truck working and got a little bit sweaty, because his whole body would sweat too. And he would, I mean, he would be like, oh my God. Or we'd go to take our old clothes that we'd wear, you know, our uniform, and put them in a little pile for the cleaning people to come get every day, every week. And you'd like ruffle one around, and that guy, tow truck driver, was in there, Ogres was in there, and the woof that would come out, oh my, and we'd actually tell him, Ogre, you have to go take a shower in the inside. Like, you got to stop what you're doing, take a shower. You smell that, like, he smelled that bad. That guy was up in that bathroom a few times. So I'm thinking of all the people I've actually seen use that bathroom that I would never use. And this guy just dunked his head in the damn toilet to clean up. Slicked his hair back. Me and Jimmy just ran off because we didn't want to hear him like laughing or yelling at it, like saying anything. We were just like, oh my God, what just happened? We ran outside, out the back door. We're like, oh my God, what just happened? He didn't just do that. So we nicknamed him Toilet Neck, like ass neck. Oh, my ass neck, Toilet Neck. That guy was Toilet Neck from that day forward. All of this because Jerky Boy stuff. See what I'm saying? Everlasting memories. Love it. And I got the guy into cryptos now. One down, one to go. Maybe Johnny just doesn't want in on it. If that's it, Johnny, sorry about your luck. I'm trying. And it'll just be Kamal. I'm going to have to give Kamal Johnny B. Goods crypto instead. That's all. Kamal's have it at it, son. Get you some Digibyte and Theta. So I wanted to share one of these funny stories with you, real life story of that auto shop. And I've got some funny stories that I can talk about, that things that have happened at that shop that would make you laugh. And kind of like, I want to be with Winnies. Those kind of stories. Oh yeah. Like that. Take care. Gotta run.